Hello again, YouTube. It's Tempest. Welcome to another episode of the Basement Build Guide. Um, I have an update for my Megacolony deck profile. It's not really an update, just a kind of a better way to play it kind of thing I've done. This is my quote-unquote soul Megacolony deck. It's not really a soul deck in this sense of the word, but I think it's the best way you can put it, to be honest. This deck will probably have another update coming soon when I get some extra booster one. I wasn't planning on getting it, but there's some stuff in there I need. Shoot, what the heck's even in there? Oh yeah, that's right. I need the Shelter Beetles for this deck. I need some stuff for Kagura, that's right. I need Belcast Dragon for Kagura, so I'm gonna have to buy a box of that when it comes out. But anyway, this will probably be a machining deck when that comes out, so I'll get that deck profile up when that happens. In any case, I'll get right to it. So the point of this deck is to build up your soul, because you're running the Sky Master Fraud as your main Vanguard. So you need to build the soul to use his abilities. That's the main focus of the deck. Now I'll get to the lineup. Starting Battler C. There's no better starter for Megacolony. He's a pioneer. You don't need the grab or ride chain in this deck because you need the soul charging power more importantly than the ride chain. And he's just the best starter for the clan. Trigger lineup is 4 Shrapnel Scorpion for crit, 2 Sonic Cicada, 2 Awakening Dragonfly for stand. I couldn't decide between which one to run, so I ran both. These are coming out for Shelter Beetles, which is another critical trigger when the extra booster comes out because then I'll be able to run 8 crit. 4 Raider Mantis for draw, and then 4 Medical Combatant for Lamprey. Lamprey's just a heal trigger. So ideally 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal, same as every deck nowadays. Grade 1s, the 3 Phantom Blacks. I can only fit 3 in here, but it's still important. Because, alright, fine, I'll get to it. Master Fraud swings for 13 while he's on the Vanguard circle, so you need him in here to make him hit for 21. But other than that, he really doesn't have any other purpose in the deck, except he's a decent attacker. 4 Machining Mosquito. You need this guy. Once he's called to your guard circle, you soul charge 1. So you need him to help fuel your soul. I like him at 4 personally. I mean, this deck doesn't have any other way to soul charge besides their Mega Blaster, so I'd like him at 4. 2 Battler B. I want to bump him up to 3, but if I do, I'd have to cut a Phantom Black. Now that's not entirely a bad thing because I also have 2 Stealth Millipede. But the problem with that is I only have 2 Battler B right now, so I can't afford to run a 3rd one. And then of course 2 Stealth Millipede. It's a 10k Vanguard booster when all your opponent's rear guards are at rest. So depending on the deck you're facing, you either play this behind your Stealth Millipede behind your Vanguard, or you play your Phantom Black. Both are very good Vanguard boosters in this deck. And then proxying the 4 perfect guards, I still need them. Yeah. Oh, sorry, my card's falling off. Okay, so anyway, the grade 2s, my bad. 3 Hercules, mainly because I only have 3. But he's still good at 3 because I have 4 of the Toxic Trooper. Yeah, he's pretty good at 4, and I'll get to why in a second. And then 4 Tailjaw, obviously it's great. It's 8k, but it gains 3k on your turn while your opponent's rear guards are at rest. So if he's not swinging hard, you call out the Bloody Hercules. If he is swinging hard, call another Hercules until your opponent gets smart and decides to not attack one of the units during your turn. Which actually loses advantage for them and gives you more cards. Alright, so grade 2s are pretty simple, just a standard beatdown lineup. And grade 3s, the 4 Master Frauds, then 3 Martial Arts Mutant Master Beetle. Okay, so at the beginning of the video I said this was a soul deck, but in reality the only soul charging we do is with Machining Mosquito. So this is actually kind of a pressure point deck in the latest sense of the word. You put pressure on your opponent with Master Fraud, Toxic Trooper, Battler B, and the starting Battler C. So how this works is, normally you want Master Fraud in your Vanguard circle because he gains 3k when boosted by Megacolony. Let's see here. Let me pull this back so you can see. Yeah, okay. So normally you want him as your Vanguard. His ability is when his attack hits, you can Soul Blast 3 to draw 1 card. This works twice on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, although he only gains the 3k boost on Vanguard Circle. So this attack is added, what I like to call, what people like to call, added incentive. It's kind of a part of game theory. When you have a column that's like Phantom Black boosting Bloody Hercules, just 18k, you know, versus a column that's like Toxic Trooper boosted by, or let's just say Master Fraud boosted by Phantom Black. The one that has more incentive to guard is the Master Fraud attack, because if his attack hits, I activate a special ability. So, and Cogger does this a lot too. If you have Heat Nail Salamander and Airmo over here, it's like if the Airmo's boosted attack hits, the opponent will be able to drop 1 and draw. If the Heat Nail's attack hits, the opponent will be forced to retire 1 of their rear guards. So it's an incentive kind of thing, and it has to do with the different weights of each attack. So let's say I have a column of Trooper boosted by Battler B. A column of Master Fraud is my Vanguard boosted by Machining Mosquito because I'm only hitting for 20, just hypothetically speaking. And then another column of, let's say, Bloody Hercules and Phantom Black. Okay, so your opponent will be able to guard 1 or 2 of these attacks. Alright? Let's say you attack with your Vanguard, because I'm not necessarily going to be running stand triggers in the final build. This attack is going to be very powerful, 20,000, and a potential of double critting. This attack has a lot of weight to it, especially because 1 is the Vanguard attack, so they have the potential of getting crit triggers, and also because of the Soul Blast 3 and be able to draw 1 card. That's going to be kind of scary, and this attack has a lot of weight, but because it's a Vanguard attack, the opponent will probably not guard it because it's harder to guard. So that one might go through. This attack has no weight to it because it's all vanilla power, you know what I'm saying? So that's not going to have any weight to it. But this attack here is what's going to make the deck important here, and that's why I kind of want to run Battle of Bees. His skill is when he boosts an attack that hits a Vanguard, you counterblast 1 from on your opponent's rear guards from standing back up. And Toxic Trooper's effect is when he attacks, your opponent can't intercept. So this attacks for 15 that your opponent cannot intercept to guard it, so they have to guard from their hand. Plus the pressure from Battle of the Bees putting on it. Even though it's a weak attack, your opponent might think about guarding it, but not guarding it, especially considering they can't even intercept against it. But because of the pressure behind it, it's going to force your opponent to guard with something from their hand since they can't intercept. So this is a very good column to make in this deck. Another good column to make is anything that the Battler C boosts, because he has the same effect as a Battler B, except that he goes to Soul instead of just sitting there. Yeah, when he boosts, put him into Soul, counterblast 1, and then one of your opponent's guys can't stand up. Yep. And the last thing is, because Master Fraud can be activated on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, having multiples of him in play increases the pressure of each attack, and I guess the weight of each attack. So your opponent has to decide, okay, this attack's only swinging for 15. If I have 11k Vanguard, I can block that, but I can't intercept, so I have to guard with 1 from my hand. So maybe we'll take it, maybe it won't. If this attack hits, you can still blast 3 and draw a card. This attack is probably going to hit. If you get the critical or draw trigger, he's going to give it to 1 of the guys, and then they're going to be able to hit. So this is what Megacolony's standpoint is here. It's pressure, and a lot of people say that Kagura does it better. And Megacolony is basically Kagura clone, but Megacolony has a lot of better vanilla units. Like Kagura doesn't have anything like this that lets you Soul Blast and draw. They don't have anything like this that prevents you from intercepting. Well, they do, but it's a grade 3, not a grade 2. So yeah, they have Block Keeper, but you know. So anyway, that's the main point of the deck is the pressure. Obviously, this guy is in here because it's Master Beetle, it's Limit Break, and you want to conserve your counterblasts for him if you can. Battler B you only use twice or once per game unless you heal, because you want to get your starter to go off. He counterblast 1. Anyway, this Limit Break is very good. You can probably win when you use this because your opponent will be forced to unable to attack with 2 rear guards. You know what I mean? So strong deck. I've tested it out. It's very, very good, very, very control-y. And like I said, if I could take out one of my 3 Phantom blocks for Battler B, I would. That would be 3 Battler B, 2 Phantom block, because I still hold 2 Stealth and Speed. But yeah, that's the deck. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's you see it's a better way to build Megacolony. If you have any comments or questions, please be sure to leave them, and subscribe if you like the video. Thanks for watching.